Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima. Book 3. Darkness. Chapter 6. The Wicked Wood Dragon. Jack Thunder charged up his staff, but the draconian construct ran straight at him, bowling him over. He barely managed to avoid the wood dragon's claws as he zapped it on its underside. The bolt left a black mark where it landed. The dragon whirled around to charge at him again, but Buckthorn summoned a tidal wave with the sea stone, knocking it over. It writhed and thrashed for a while before righting itself back on its feet. San took to the skies, swooping around the dragon and striking it from every angle. The corrupted coaster whirled around, but San evaded it every time it tried to strike. Strombolio ran up and jumped onto the wood dragon's back. Though the Harlequin gremlin didn't have lethal joke, he didn't need the dark fragment to be a menace in battle. He crawled all over the dragon's form, ripping out roots and branches with his pointed teeth. It screeched and bucked, trying to throw him off, but Strombolio just grabbed on even tighter. Eventually, he ate a hole in the construct's left flank and crawled inside. Shadowpaw shrieked when he saw the wall of twisted roots close around Strombolio. Had the wood dragon swallowed him? The maleficent roller coaster let out a victorious roar. It seemed like the former Dark Champion was done for. But not for long. All of a sudden, the wood dragon jerked. It fell on its side once again, its movements sporadic and chaotic. Its legs flailed helplessly, as if it were trying to flee. Its confused and anguished roars filled the air. Jack Thunder and the crew stopped and backed away. What was going on? Just then, Strombolio burst from the draconic golem's chest, covered in tree sap and dead leaves. The wood dragon seized one last time before falling limp. Its eyes faded to black, and the crew could see the red and black aura evaporating off of its form and dissipating. Strombolio crawled out and ambled to San's side. He glanced back at the now inactive wood dragon. The coaster was still twisted into a dragon's body, only now it had a massive hole in the middle of its chest. Wispy smoke rose off of its prone form. He sighed. Well, that was expensive. How am I supposed to explain this to the insurance company? How did you... He turned his head to see Shadowpaw stammering at him. I thought you were a goner for sure. Don't insult me like that. It was all just one of my acts. He gave the Nekomata a reassuring half-grin. Oh, of course, of course. Shadowpaw's head dropped. Don't worry about me, kid. I faced up to the devil himself back in my day. Don't think I can't handle a paltry little dragon. His face fell. But whoever did this to my property's gonna pay for it one way or another. Mark my words. He made a fist with his right hand. Jack Thunder had to smile at that. Storm gremlins and Harlequin gremlins had so much in common. He spoke. Mr. Strombolio? How do you find the guts to do stuff like that? Getting swallowed on purpose like that, I mean. Strombolio turned to Jack Thunder and smiled. This ain't my first rodeo, kid. When you're on the road, you learn how to keep going despite everything. I wasn't going in just out of brashness. I knew that no matter what, I could figure my way out. That's how it works in show business. No matter what, the show must go on. That makes sense. Razor took his place on Jack Thunder's shoulder once more. They trudged on towards the tent. There were no other encounters with corrupted rides. It was fortunate for their enemies, at least. Strombolio was mad enough about the wood dragon. The Wendigos would have good sense not to further anger the Dark Champion of Alterus. Not if they didn't want their rumps broken, anyway. A few minutes later, they arrived at the tent. From the outside, not much had changed. It still wore black and purple, but Jack Thunder and Buckthorn knew better. Stormbringer and the Sea Stone glowed and pulsed even faster than their wielders' hearts. They hesitated for a moment before heading inside. Where there was once a sense of wonder and delight inside, there now was a heavy feeling of foreboding. Maybe it had something to do with how hollow and lifeless the air around them felt, and it only seemed to grow more so as they drew near. Finally, they made it to the amphitheater. "Okay, we're here, but where is Lethal Joke?" Buckthorn whispered to Strombolio. She jumped. Even her quiet voice echoed disconcertingly. "Don't worry, I know I left it around here somewhere," Strombolio reassured her. "I just need to remember where I put it." His face dropped. The group let out a collective groan. "Wait, I think I remember something. It was somewhere to the left?" He looked over to his left side. Sure enough, there was a small passageway hidden in the tarp wall. One had to squint to see it, especially in the unnatural darkness that plagued the amphitheater. Jack Thunder made his way towards it. Sure enough, Stormbringer's pulses gained speed as he approached it. He wasn't so sure it was from Lethal Joke. The air fragment still shone its typical green, but there was definitely something important down this way. He motioned for the rest of the team to follow. As soon as they stepped in, the team was blanketed in darkness. Only the light from the two Anima fragments gave them any sense of where they were. Not that they had any good sense of where they were anyway. The corridor they found themselves in was the same uniform black and purple color scheme the whole way through, and blackened shadow obscured the view up ahead. For all they knew, it could go on forever. All this time, Shadowpaw's ears were pricked, listening for any sign that Nemesis was near. He jumped every time an unexpected noise coursed through the hallway. It was times like these where he suddenly wished that he didn't have such good hearing. But if he did, he could warn the team if someone was sneaking up on them, right? After far too long, he and the rest of the group reached a small room. It looked a lot like Strombolio's trailer back in the woods. It had a desk in one corner, and large makeshift bookshelves filling the walls to their left and right. To the right of the desk was an ornate closet bearing the overturned moon of the Circus of Shadows. Aha! Now I remember. I left it in here. I decided to lock it up for safekeeping. Knowing the Wendigos, they wouldn't dare... He stopped as soon as he saw the lock. It wasn't on the door. It had fallen to the floor, rusted and broken. Fearing the worst, he nearly tore the door off its handles as he looked inside. He froze. The rest of the team rushed to look inside. The closet was completely empty. It's gone? Hi there, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like more from our friend Jack Thunder, you can check out my new book series, Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima, on Amazon using the link in the description. Or you can head on over to my Teespring and grab a few things from my shop. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content every week. Thank you for watching.